Well, here we are, guys, the last Piston Cup team review on my channel. I've already reviewed all of the other Piston Cup teams in the past year or so, and I probably will make a playlist of all those videos, so if you want to see a review of a specific team or something, you can just go there and check it out. Now, maybe sometime in the future, Mattel will, for example, make a four-wheel drive hauler, and then I'll be able to review Team Four-Wheel Drive. But for now, Trunk Fresh is the last one I can review. Now, if you're new to the hobby or whatnot and don't really know what a Piston Cup team consists of, it basically consists of more than one member. So, if there's just a racer like four-wheel drive, they've only released the racer, I cannot do a review because it's not a team. However, here we have Team Trunk Fresh, although there aren't as many members as for, say, Team Leakless, we still have 3 solid members. The racer, a pitty, and the hauler. So this constitutes of a team. And I've even done teams of 2 before, like Team Shifty Drug, which was the racer and the hauler. And now I do have some pretty interesting news for you guys. I do believe, according to Take 5 a Day, that a spotter stop cab, which is a semi, will be released sometime in 2017. Now, they grouped it with all of the Cars 3 stuff, so does that mean that a spotter stop semi will appear in Cars 3? Or is it just a regular release like Nitro Cab Eric Rodales that was released earlier this year? So we really don't know at this point. I'm kind of leaning more toward the fact that it will be just a standard regular mainline release because I don't really see Mattel making just a random Piston Cup semi at the debut of Cars 3 unless it had some sort of major appearance or whatnot. I just don't see a spotter stop semi having a major appearance in Cars 3. But who knows? We honestly really don't know anything at this point. I mean, the trailer has not even been released, but getting into today's birthday request, we will be celebrating ZT Cars Collection's birthday. Happy birthday to you. I hope you're having an amazing day. And if you're watching this after your birthday, I hope you had a wonderful day. Now, since you're a Cars fan, maybe you got some cars or planes for your birthday. Maybe you got money, maybe some sort of electronic device. I don't know, so let me know in the comments section below. Now, if any of you out there that are spectating this video would like to make a birthday request or just a regular suggestion video of your own, you can definitely do so, but please just watch a video in the description below. There's a link to it right at the top, and in like 11 minutes, you'll be a pro at making suggestions. And in all honesty, just please watch that so you don't make an invalid suggestion like, hey, can you review all of the variations of Lightning McQueen? Because that will not happen. But nonetheless, let's get on with today's review of Team Trunk Fresh. So, we do have Dirkson D'Agostino, we have a pitty, and a hauler. And we'll talk about their appearance, which didn't really happen, but we'll just kind of go over it, then their releases and the review. But first, I just want to go over their names. I did say that the racer is Dirkson D'Agostino, but the other 2 are left unnamed. So this is a perfect opportunity for a viewer out there or someone else, I don't know, just make a suggestion to what you want them to be called. I mean, maybe if I have them appear or something in a future video, I will refer to them as your name because I honestly hate saying Trunk Fresh Pitty because it's just so uncharacteristic. Because he is like, it's like calling just like forklift driver or something in real life, just like forklift driver 1. Like, come on, give him a name, Mattel, or whoever names him. But same thing with the hauler, he doesn't have a name. So I'm asking you guys, maybe you can come up with a name of your own. You guys have done it before, and I've honestly been really impressed with the names that you've come up with because it's like, I would have never thought of that. That's like a great idea because, you know, whoever names most of the cars, they combine like a real name like John or whatnot with like a car part. So like John Muffler, but they're usually a little bit more creative than that. Like M.A. Brake Drum or Toga, Gremlin. Not really that, but maybe Stefan Gremsky. But you guys know what I'm saying. And now let's get into their appearance in Cars 1. Of course, they did appear in Cars 1, not in Cars 2. The racer, Dirkson, obviously was on the track, racing around. And they did get a like Pitty shot in the pit row when everyone was getting their tires changed and refueled and whatnot. So that's kind of where the Pitty appeared, even though there were several of them. And the hauler, might have been seen in the background somewhere, but definitely it wasn't like, hey, here we have a Trunk Fresh hauler. But it is assumed that one did exist because how else would Trunk Fresh go back and forth from his races? So that's essentially where they appeared. I know, not too exciting, but when you get to background characters like this, you can't really expect anything more. Now let's move on to their releases. So Dirkson D'Agostino, the racer, has only been released a couple times in the past. So in 2008, the Motor Speedway of the South set was made, which included all 36 Piston Cup racers. Now you might be thinking, wow, that sounds pretty sweet. But there were some limitations. First, it was only available to Redline Club members. Second, it was pretty expensive, like around $500. And third, only 1,000 were made, so if you wanted to save up for it, you had to do it really fast. Now that was the first release of Trunk Fresh. He was then released in the same year in a launcher, one of the pit row launchers, as you can see right here. This is actually how I got Trunk Fresh. This is the original 2008 one, and the launcher doesn't really work anymore because the rubber band down here kind of snapped, but it's still a nice display. The stickers are still in relatively decent condition. So that's the launcher. In 2009, he was released with rubber tires for one of the Kmart collectors events. As you can see, Trunk Fresh number 34, synthetic rubber tires. We have his logo up here. Nothing really on the back. So that's him with rubber tires. As you can see, I have him in the package, but I don't have him loose, and I don't really desire to because the difference is that instead of plastic tires, he has rubber tires. So nothing really too visual, at least for me. And 2010, he actually got a couple releases in a 4-pack exclusive to Target and in a different style launcher, which was the Lightyear Tire Launcher, and you guys have seen those many times before. He then took a long break from being released until just recently in the 2016 Movie Moments series. Now, I do have this one here in the package, and I will review it in the future. I just want to get a second one so I can keep this one in the package and open up the second one. And I love his art. Just have to point out how amazing the art is for his Movie Moments release, and the Movie Moments release just comes with a pit stop barrier, so pretty cool. And that is his most recent release, so if you don't have Trunk Fresh, a perfect opportunity to get him. Moving on to Trunk Fresh Pitty, he was only released once as a single in the 2009 Race-O-Rama collection. As you can see, number 79 under the Race-O-Rama heading, and there he is right there. And on the back, apparently he's friends with Chief RPM, but that is just a method to get you to look for Chief RPM so you can put them together because they're friends apparently. But in all honesty, they might even be rivals because they work for different companies that sponsor Piston Cup racers. Now moving on to the hauler, again only released once in 2009, and I actually found this one at a Target. I just remember that distinctly, and I just remember that like I had to like try on some clothes in the store, and they didn't let me take the hauler like into the stall. They made me like leave it out there. I was like only 8 years old at the time, so I was like, I don't really want to leave my Trunk Fresh hauler just out in the cart, but I did, and luckily it was still there when I came out. So now let's get on with the reviews of the individual members of Team Trunk Fresh. So let's start with Dirkson D'Agostino here. I do prefer to call him Dirkson D'Agostino because it's a name, not just a company name. So I've always liked his colors, black and green, just really go well together on all three of these. He does have the Trunk Fresh logo there on the hood with like a little star. He's number 34, as you can see, with light green rims and black Lightyear tires. And with every Piston Cup racer, they have some additional sponsors on the side here that include the Piston Cup itself, Mood Springs, No Stall, and RPM. And as we move on to the back here, we have another Trunk Fresh logo with some stars or asterisks. And on the back, we can see another Trunk Fresh logo and 34 once again. Unfortunately, he does not have a slogan like some of the other racers do, like for Taco Mint. I believe it's something about mints, but for him, he doesn't have anything, unfortunately. Here's the base if you're interested. Not much information at all because this is a 2008 release. We just have a stamp here and some information right there. Now, if you are curious as to what this company, Trunk Fresh, actually makes, I would assume that it makes some sort of cleaner for your trunk, specifically to keep it clean, but maybe it could be applied to other things as well. But it's definitely some sort of cleaner. And now this is the raised eye version because it is one of the earlier ones. So as you can see, there's depth between the white eye space and the actual black eyelid. But if you were to get the Movie Moments release, it's completely flat going across the eyes because this is from 2016 and this is from 2008. So 8 years difference there. Here we have the Pitty looking pretty cool. He has the Trunk Fresh logo on both sides and on his little cap here. I really do like the green and black combination once again. Here's the base. If you're interested, I always do like to show the bases of the cars I review. Some information right there, but it's a relatively small base anyway. And now check out his accessories. We have the toolbox that is plastic. The tires do not roll, so it is stationary. You can definitely like slide it and whatnot, and it is hollow on the inside. Silver lined drawers, and on the front, the Trunk Fresh logo. Now let's check out this awesome tire stack. I actually really do like it because the color matches the color on the actual racer, lime green, and it has the Lightyear logo, so very, very nice. And it's also the perfect size to fit on the forks there, and relatively stable. I mean, if you're going pretty fast, it might fall off, but if you're going at a decent pace, it won't. And there is a hole in there if you want to stab the tire with the fork. Very unrealistic, but it's okay, Mattel. At least we can do this and just drive them away like that. Now let's check out the hauler. Let's just check out the semi first, but I'll show you guys how these detach. You just really want to pull from the bottom on the semi and pull up on the hauler, and there you go. It's harder on some, but that one was pretty easy. We have a very nice face. He looks happy, which is always good. Happiness is wonderful. He has the Trunk Fresh logo up top. 34 on both sides, and on the back here just have your typical back of a semi with the smokestacks. We have his license plate and mud flaps. The license plate reads 824AL. The text above it's pretty small, but I'd probably say with a microscope you could read it, but sorry guys, don't have a microscope on RC Cars 5. Maybe on my new channel, RC Science 5. What do you guys think? Now, I'm completely kidding. I'm just a cars reviewer, not a chemist or anything like that. But I really do like the Trunk Fresh mud flaps. Now let's move on to the best part, which is the trailer itself. Now this part is completely plastic except for like the axles and whatnot, whereas the cab is metal except for the black portion, but that is standard with any hauler. Now it opens from both sides, but you want to open it from this side because that's the only way that you can like slide out the platform. You can only slide it out this way. So I'll show you guys here. You open it from this side. Sure, you know, it opens, but you cannot pull out. See, I'm trying to pull it out, but it does not work. So might as well just leave that one closed for now. Make sure it clicks. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's best to hear the click. Now you can slide out the platform here, and there are a few things that we can look at. So first of all, there are some supports underneath if you want to flip them out. I tend to just leave them up because they're pretty useless unless you want to do like a permanent display that has the hauler always open. But I'll slide them down for the review if they're not too hard to get down, which they aren't in this circumstance. And then you can fold down the platform as well. Make sure you have it out far enough so the platform doesn't hit the edge of the trailer there, because that's happened before. Now on the inside here, we have a toolbox, we have an air compressor, and we do have an extra stack of tires, but that's definitely not as cool as this stack right here. But they are basically the same color and the same size. Now let's see how Dirkson fits into the hauler here. You can drive him up, but you just kind of ride on his bumper there, you get him in there, and there you go. But then you're like, how do I put it back in? Well, unfortunately, you have to be a little unrealistic. You gotta fold these back up, fold the platform in, and then push this in, and then with your levitation skills, just kind of levitate them in there like that. So that is how you would put the racer in there, seal it up if this wouldn't be so stiff, and there you go. We do have a Trunk Fresh logo on either side, 34, Trunk Fresh again. There's the license plate, but it's super small. And on the roof, we have Trunk Fresh. Now, I know he's still in there, but don't worry, he'll be okay when he comes out. Same logo on this side, and this hauler does have a satellite, so that's pretty cool. So Dirkson can watch that imaginary TV inside. Yeah, you're okay. I know you just kind of slid around a little bit, but not too worried because I will be opening up one of those soon, so oh well. But he's not going to get chipped or anything. He's just bouncing off plastic, not even that much. And then you can just put these back together, and voila! That is about it for today's birthday request. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you again for the birthday request ZT Cars collection. And I hope you had a good day, or you're having a good day. And thank you all for watching. I do just want to address why I did not upload a video on Tuesday, because I'm usually supposed to, but I have mentioned before that I am kind of like thinking about taking a break, and that's like partially why I skipped the video. Plus, I was extremely busy Tuesday night or Monday night. I couldn't record like any video, and I wanted to review the new Case L singles, and that would be like a half an hour review. So half an hour plus recording. I know it would probably take me like an hour and a half to record it because, as I've said before, I've kind of lost my ability to record quick, but I will be reviewing it on Saturday, most likely, and I also will have Jay Lowly to most likely review either next Tuesday or Saturday. We will see, but thanks again for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye now!